get mad if you don't go to 4 or 5.
What the hell is going on?
How you doing, sir? Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, we're gonna miss our plane because she wants to feel up my wife.
That's you had to follow procedures for a laptop alarm. I'm afraid.
Unbelievable.
Unfortunately.
What are you looking for? What is she looking for?
Nothing, sir. Standard pat-down. Standard pat-down that required one of something alarms.
On all hot chicks.
Has nothing to do with the female. It has to do with the guy in the alarm.
Are we done? When does our plane leave? In a few minutes? Unbelievable.
And weapons sliding right past those TSA agents. To that eye-opening undercover sting, ABC News broke the story today. A major security breach at dozens of American airports. Make-believe explosives and weapons sliding right past those TSA agents. 70 tests, they failed 67 of them. You're about to hear more about what they missed. ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas again tonight.
Undercover agents from Homeland Security put TSA screeners to the test at dozens of the nation's busiest airports, and they failed miserably. ABC News has learned that TSA screeners were beaten in 95% of those tests designed to see if mock explosives or weapons could be smuggled through airport security checkpoints.
The tests were conducted by so-called red team investigators, posing as passengers and using techniques that terrorists might employ.
According to officials briefed on the results, TSA agents failed 67 out of 70 tests, with red team members repeatedly able to get potential bombs or weapons through security.
Anytime there's a high rate of misses, that causes concern.
Sources tell us in one test, an undercover agent was stopped after setting off an alarm at a magnetometer. But TSA screeners failed to detect the fake explosive device that was taped to his back during the pat-down that followed.
The terrorists do watch this thing. They do watch and they go to school on how they can learn from possible vulnerabilities.
I'm Jay Johnson.
Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson was so frustrated when he was informed of the results, he went to TSA headquarters last week to get some answers. His staff says corrections have been made to deal with the alarming lapses.
David, it's unclear what security upgrades have been ordered by Johnson, but some are reportedly already in place, ever mindful that Al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups are obsessed with using aviation against us. David?
Pierre Thomas, who broke this story on GMA. Pierre, thank you.
The alarm.
Video of TSA molesting man's wife exposes what Americans will endure for false sense of safety. A man filmed TSA feel, quite literally, every single inch of his wife's body. This molestation was all carried out, of course, to keep you safe. By Matt Agarist, July 17, 2017. The TSA, one of America's most corrupt and incompetent agencies whose ostensible job is fighting terrorism, is apparently so unsatisfied with the mere ability to strip search babies, remove colostomy bags, beat up blind cancer patients, and fondle your genitalia, that they announced a more invasive physical pat-down earlier this year. The pat-downs, which TSA warned would probably prompt assault complaints with the police department because of their invasive nature, are now apparently being implemented. A video uploaded to Facebook by John Longo has caused a firestorm of debate as well as served to expose the tyrannical and intrusive nature of these new TSA pat-downs. After his wife was selected for special screening after TSA apparently missed the watch and bracelet on her wrists, Longo pulled out his camera and began recording. "Yeah, we're gonna miss my plane because the agent wants to feel up my wife," he said as another TSA agent confronted him and attempted to block the video with his body. Advertisement. In the video, the female TSA agent is seen feeling literally every single inch of Mrs. Longo's body. Nothing was off limits. Her breasts, her vagina, all of it was fair game to the agent. This groping and feeling up was all done in the name of keeping Americans safe. And, according to many who commented on the post, it is entirely justified. But is it? According to study after study of TSA effectiveness tests, they are horrible at stopping potential terror attacks. In fact, an internal investigation of the TSA revealed security failures at dozens of the nation's busiest airports, where undercover investigators were able to smuggle mock explosives or banned weapons through checkpoints in 95% of trials, according to a bombshell investigative report by ABC. Read more. Horrific video shows Israeli border police terrorize 8-year-old Palestinian girl and steal her bike. But their lack of effectiveness still has people trying to justify their own molestation. In one disgusting comment, a Facebook user said he would allow his children to undergo anything the TSA wanted to do to keep them safe. "I've worked for the government and I have an 8-year-old daughter, and if TSA at any time felt that I was a threat, I would feel most obligated to assure that I was not a threat and allow them to do anything possible within their means and within their scope to assure that I was not a threat to this nation's security. Do you understand?" Even a Facebook user claiming to be an aviation security trainer called out the invasive search in the comments, yet most Americans remain oblivious. As an aviation security trainer, that was absolutely excessive fondling. That was not a pat down but a lesson how to caress and feel up a woman. I was looking out for the kiss. I give them a F-. Yeech. The TSA, who's never stopped a terror attack and is unable to stop 95% of the tests against its tactics, gropes and molests children and adults alike who unquestioningly accept it. Americans are being conditioned for a police state and they have no idea. As the Free Thought Project has pointed out countless times, the TSA has been caught in a myriad of criminal activity, including everything from massive drug trafficking conspiracies to brutal beatdowns. Granting this already despicable group of cronies the ability to further dehumanize Americans for the facade of safety is nothing short of irresponsible and tyrannical and, as this video shows, disgusting. Read more. Video footage surfaces that refutes Philadelphia police version of fatal shooting. To the average American who buys into the terrorists hate our freedom propaganda, this move by the TSA to grant them the legal ability to grope themselves and their children has been mostly accepted. The video above is only one of many illustrations of this disgusting and tyrannical practice. Earlier this year, TFTP brought you the video of Jennifer Williamson and her son Aaron, who were traveling through the DFW airport when they were targeted by power-tripping TSA agents and police. Apparently, Williamson's young son, who has sensory processing disorder, SPD, was deemed a threat by security and pulled off to the side for extra screening. Scared for her and her son's safety, Williamson filmed the interaction. The result is nothing short of infuriating. Sadly, the groping, molestation, and tyranny all exist because most Americans say nothing when the state implements it. Those who remain silent in the face of injustice are complicit.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, you know, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.